I'm Doris, and here to share with you about the market. Has never been so crazy. American retail investors are buying Tesla. For many American retail investors, there are probably three things they may have to do every day: eat, sleep, or look at Tesla's stock price. The popularity of Tesla shares among the U.S. retail investors since the start of the year. In recent weeks, retail investors have snapped up shares of Elon Musk's electric car industry leader, repeatedly setting new single-day purchases. So far this year, retail investors have bought $13.6 billion of net shares in Tesla shares, according to Vonda Research. In just more than 2 months, it has approached last year's record level of nearly $17 billion. This is the annual net purchase of Tesla shares from individual investors. We can see that since 2022, it rose dramatically to more than almost $17 billion. Up to today, in 2023, just a little more than 3 months, it has reached almost the total net purchase of 2022. Thus, we can see how much it'll go up in the rest of the year, and the rising popularity of Tesla among the U.S. stock investors. So far, the hot interest in Tesla is dwarfs any other securities. A set of contracts can prove this. In last week of February, retail investors posted a 5-day moving average of daily net Tesla purchases about $460 million, according to the Vonda. The SPDR, the second most popular S&P 500 ETF, was just $150 million, less than a third of Tesla's. This shows the Tesla's net purchase of Tesla by individual investors. We can see that it rose since the mid of 2021, and it rose as exponentially until recently. Before February, after the January raise, it has decreased to less than $400 million, but it shows a rebound at the end of the graph. With Invesco QQQ ETF, Amazon, and Apple, the related retail net purchases are only about tenth of that of Tesla. We can see that the net purchase retail net buying of Tesla is on the top, and the S&P 500 is on the second, and the rest of the three combined is less than just a single digit of Tesla. American retail investors are becoming obsessed with Tesla. Tesla's investors are always known for their loyalty. Last year, many American retail investors began to buy and continue to flock after they bottomed out January 3rd. Mr. Giacomo Pirantoni, head of data at Vonda, said total retail inflows into Tesla have never been higher. He added that retail investors' purchases had largely contributed to the more than 60% rally in Tesla's shares this year. A new upsurge in retail participation this week came when retail investors invested more than $500 million into Tesla shares, ahead of Tesla Investor Day, which began at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. While the event largely missed its hype, with investors blaming the lack of details, sending Tesla's share tumbling as much as 5.9% after the day. It quickly made up most of those losses Friday, as closed up more than 3% to $197.79. Adurga Boba, a retail American who works in the pharmaceutical industry, said his first bought Tesla shares in December. After studying Tesla's finances, he finally saw an attractive entry point. I saw the stock fall to a multi-year low and thought, if I'm going to buy, it's a good time. Boba is one of many buyers who have recently made heavily on Tesla's stock price. I bought it at around $110 a share, and I'm happy to make so much. I may never sell it. I'm engaged in marketing, and broad appeal is the first reason I bought Tesla, and people like it, regardless of age and gender, added Boba. Tesla now trades about 45 times with expected earnings ratio for the next 12 months, according to FactSet. While that figure is below its previous peak of more than 200 times, it is still higher than many traditional U.S. automakers and the overall S&P 500. General Motors, Ford Motor, and the S&P 500 12-month earnings ratio currently trade at 6.86 times, 8.56 times, and 17.6 times, respectively. More hot than when is the epidemic stir-fry. Even compared with the pandemic hype of 2020 and 2021, said Anthony Deniers, CEO of online brokerage Weibo Financial LLC. The trading around Tesla dominates our platform, the Deniers said, and we've seen a big spike in trading volume since December. Deniers data that the number of Tesla accounts traded on Weibo platforms has climbed up to 4% in February. In the past, Tesla did not normally reach 10% of Weibo's shares on a single day, but it has reached about 35% of total trading volume in 3 days, he recalls. Tesla's stock plunged last year as investors increasingly worried that Tesla CEO Elon Musk would be distracted by buying Twitter. The stock was down 65% in 2022, the biggest annual decline to date. Tesla, which has rebounded more than 60% this year, is still less than half of the record of $409.97 in November 2021, convincing many in the industry that there is a huge upside to follow. Tesla is also one of the most popular targets of the market of late in the options market. Of the 10 most popular contracts, 9 are call options that expect the stock to rise further. One of the hot bets is that the stock will soar to $825 by January 2024. Of course, it should be noted that in an unprecedented enthusiasm of retail investors, many investors are still not buying about Tesla. The electric car maker remains the most short stock in the U.S. market, according to Whiskey, managing director of S3 Partners of Forecasting and Analytics. For some investors, a wave of buying and selling from retail investors could be a good reason to avoid Tesla shares. This similar meme atmosphere can lead to high volatility and high valuations. The high valuation level is high expectations at least include the company can not only achieve high profits, but also maintain years of market shares increase. In a rookie electric car market, such expectations may be too optimistic. That's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and like. See you next episode.